Thanh Hoa Distintive, Potentialities, Outstanding Advantages. Being situated in the north of central part of Vietnam, a pass from Hanoi, just 2 hours by car, and Ho Chi Minh City for 1 hour and 40 minutes by air, Thanh Hoa Province is the one with an area of 11,000 square kilometers, the 5th rank in Vietnam, and a population of 3.7 million, the 3rd rank in the country, in which there are 2.6 million of laboring-age people, with 70% of the skillful laborers. With its topography expanding over 3 regions, mountains, midlands, and plains and coastal lines, Thanh Hoa Province converges all conditions for becoming a connecting focus on economy and transportation with provinces and cities of Vietnam, as well as the area and the world, based on the infrastructure system such as the National Motorway No. 1, the North-South Highway, Ho Chi Minh Highway, Tho Xuân Airport, Nghi Sơn Deep Sea Harbor, and the Trans-Asian Road. Apart from those, Thanh Hoa has abundant natural minerals and resources with 28 kinds of minerals, 652,000 hectares of forest and woodland, more than 243,000 hectares of agricultural land, nearly 14,000 hectares for cultivating water sea products, the ones that provide plentiful agriculture and forest products for processing and exporting. Thanh Hoa possesses 102 kilometers of coastal line, 17,000 square kilometers of sea territory, with a lot of potentialities for developing economic industrial zones, seaport, for exploiting and cultivating water and sea products, for developing renewable energy and beach tourism. Its geographical position, natural condition, cultural and historical tradition, together with strong breakthrough on all aspects, have provided for Thanh Hoa with distinctive potentialities, prominent opportunities, competitive advantages in attracting investment. It has been one of the first provinces in attracting FDI investment in Vietnam. The annual rate of average GRDP growth in the first group of Vietnam. Thanh Hoa has been repeatedly changing to become a new growth pole, together with Hanoi, Hai Phong, and Quang Ninh, forming a development quadrilateral in the northwest part and economy, cultural, and social center of Vietnam. Road transport. Thanh Hoa lies on many arterial routes of Vietnam, such as the National Road No. 1, the coastal road from Quang Ninh to Hà Tĩnh Province, the North-South Highway, Ho Chi Minh Road, the routes to Laos, and other inter-region routes under construction. Marine transport. Nghi Sơn Port was planned by the government as a type of 1A port with an area of 2,000 hectares, consisting of the general wharf, containing wharf, specialized for wharf, and tourism area for logistics services that can receive ships with a tonnage up to 100,000 tons. Nghi Sơn Port connects to all ports in Vietnam and in other countries in the world. Airway transport. Tho Xuân Airport was planned and invested for building as an international airport by Vietnam government. At present, Thanh Hoa has 1 economic zone, 20 industrial zones, and 144 industrial complexes were planned and constructed in the locations of the province, being so convenient in terms of transportation. Perfectly technical infrastructure to meet the diversified demands of businesses and investors, such as inner-outer transportation, national grid electricity, providing and draining water and processing wastewater, waste material systems, and the service systems of finance, banking, telecommunications. The economic zone of Nghi Sơn is situated 50 km away from Thanh Hoa City to the south. They have a national motorway No. 1, the North-South Highway, the coastal motorway connected to Tho Xuân Airport. This is one of the 8 coastal economic key points, with an area of 106,000 hectares and divided into 55 functional subdivisions on the fields of seaport, industry, urban, and ecology. In the economic zone of Nghi Sơn, there's a deep sea port of 1A type with an area of 2,000 hectares containing the general, the container, the specialized wharves, and logistics service zones for big ships of 100,000 tons to be in and out. The economic zone of Nghi Sơn has been built to become the one of industry development of multi-branches and fields, dealing with construction and effective exploitation of the deep sea port with two main centers, heavy industry and basic industry. The economic zone of Nghi Sơn has been given the priority of highest investment, attracting investors in the country and overseas. Now they have enterprises belonging to 200 world top operating there, such as Idemitsu Kosan Group, Marubeni Corporation, Mitsui Chemicals, the Heiyo Cement Corporation Japan, Korean Kepco Group, SK Engineering and Construction Korea, Kuwait Petroleum International Kuwait, Museum Mass Group Singapore. Many other factories on national and international scale have been working there. Nghi Sơn Petrochemical Refinery, 10 million tons of crude oil per year. Nghi Sơn Thermal Power Plant number 1, 600 megawatts. Nghi Sơn Timber Power Plant number 2, 1,200 megawatts. 3 cement factories with their capacities of 20 million tons annually, for instance. Lam Son Sao Vang Industrial Zone, with an area of nearly 540 hectares, located next to Thao Airport, has been approved to upgrade into an international airport, connecting Nghi Sơn Economic Zone by 66 kilometers long route, connecting Hanoi capital by 170 kilometers Ho Chi Minh Road, about 200 kilometers from Nội Airport, connecting Thanh Hoa City via 40 kilometers route. Lam Son Sao Vang Industrial Zones invested synchronously, confidentially, and safely for investors. It is developed in harmony with the neighboring urban area, built with the orientation of attracting modern, multi-sector industrial projects using high technology. Bỉm Sơn Industrial Zone covers an area of over 532 hectares, 35 kilometers from Thanh Hoa city center, 120 kilometers to the south of Hanoi capital. There is a north-south railway running through as a multi-industry industrial zone, in which priority is given to the following industries: textile and garment, footwear, automobile manufacturing, mechanical engineering, high-quality building materials, steel structure production, electronics, high-tech products, agricultural and forestry processing for export. The remaining industrial zones are located in the regions in the province with adequate infrastructure, ensuring landfall in human resources to serve investors on implementing projects. In addition, Thanh Hoa also has 129 industrial clusters with an area of over 6,000 hectares. Industrial clusters are located in almost all localities in the province, convenient for the operation of small and medium enterprises using raw materials and human resources in rural areas. Cultural and spiritual tourism. Thanh Hoa is the land of spiritual and human genius, where many Vietnamese feudal dynasties are found and have a rich cultural, historical, and revolutionary tradition. This land has also given birth to many famous people, making the country proud, along with the Ho Dynasty Citadel, which has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage. Thanh Hoa also has 5 national monuments, especially Lam Kinh Historic Site, Lê Hoàn Temple, Ba Triệu Temple, Con Mong Cave, Samson City Historic and Scenic Area, and hundreds of other sites are ranked as national monuments. This is a great potential for Thanh Hoa to attract investment and develop cultural and spiritual tourism. Sam Sơn, there is a beautiful 10 kilometers long beach that was exploited more than 100 years ago and is now becoming a famous destination at home and abroad. It has an 18-hole length golf course, 5-star hotels and resorts with many luxurious and high-class services, the largest four-season saltwater swimming pool in Vietnam, Sam Sơn Beach Square, and an ecology urban resort complex, international high-class entertainment. Sam Sơn is gradually becoming the place where major festivals, cultural, art, and sports events of Vietnam and the world take place. Other famous beach resorts of Thanh Hoa such as Hải Tiên Beach Resort, Hải Hoa Beach Resort, Thiên Trang Beach Resort, Ngọc Nghi Sơn Island, Hon Mê Island are attractive places for investors and visitors. Ecotourism. Favored by nature, Thanh Hoa has many unique landscapes, still intact with unspoiled beauty, which has been and being invested by large enterprises to awaken its potential. Benin National Park, with a system of rivers, lakes, mountains, islands, and dense vegetation, is a plan to develop Benin high-class ecotourism, resort and entertainment urban area, promising to evoke the unique beauty of Thanh Hoa Pearl. Pulung Nature Reserve, with thousands of hectares of primeval forest and rich and diverse natural ecosystems, has become a famous tourism destination, attracting domestic and international tourists who are interested in experiencing and exploring. Thanh Hoa has a complete education network from preschools to university level, with many high-quality schools and training schools of international standards. Education quality in Thanh Hoa is always in the top 5 in the country. Thanh Hoa also has a system of vocational college, vocational education institutions with a variety of professions serving social needs or training according to the orders of enterprises. Thanh Hoa's health system, from the province to the grassroots, including 1 international hospital and more than 50 public and non-public hospitals, is enough to meet the requirements of fast treatment and timely emergency, including cases of severe illness and rare disease. In Thanh Hoa, services are diverse in all fields. The system of supermarkets and convenience stores is covered, providing all kinds of goods with a civilized and modern form of payment. The system of bank branches is present in all districts, towns, and cities, with diversified and timely money transfer and payment method. The ports and telecommunications network operates stably and smoothly, with good service quality, ensuring to serve the needs of people and businesses. In order to promote potentials and advantages, increase investment attraction for fast and sustainable socio-economic development, the Thanh Hoa Provincial Master Plan for the period of 2021-2030, with a vision to 2045, has been drawn up. The Master Plan clearly defines the development orientation and space for each region, each field, including 6 key tasks, 3 strategic breakthroughs, 4 dynamic economic centers, 6 economic corridors, 5 inter-district regions, and 3 pillars of development. Processing and manufacturing industry. The focus is on refining and petrochemical products, liquefied petroleum gas, plastics, chemicals, electronics and telecommunications, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, steel, and other industries such as apparels, footwear, textiles, food and photo processing, supporting industry development. Agriculture. The focus is on developing large-scale farming and breeding models associated with the application of high technology and organic technology, and closely linking with the food processing value chain. Tourism. Developing 3 main types of tourism, namely sea tourism linked to the exploration of sea and islands, ecotourism, spiritual and cultural tourism, turning Thanh Hoa into one of the tourist centers of the country. In order to create a strong driving force for development, Thanh Hoa Province determines that improving the business investment environment associated with enhancing competitiveness, building and developing economic zones, and modern industrial parks are key and breakthrough tasks. In diplomatic relations, Thanh Hoa Province established special friendly cooperation relations with foreign provinces and cities such as Hủa Phan Province in Laos People's Democratic Republic, Siêng Nam City, Gyeonggi-do Province of South Korea, Midden-Sachsen Province of Federal Republic of Germany, Phawanian Province in Kuwait. The development cooperation relationship with many international economic and financial organizations such as WB, ADB, and international cooperation agencies as JUSET, JICA, KICA, has also built. Thanh Hoa Province has applied a preferential mechanism and policies to support investment on the principle that investors enjoy the highest incentives and perform the obligation at the lowest level in the regulatory framework, in which, in addition to fully applying the preferential policies of the central government, on land rent and water surface rent, corporate income tax, export tax, and incentives for investment projects in agricultural and rural areas. Thanh Hoa Province has issued separate policies for investors in each field, with the motto, "The success of the enterprise is the success of the province." Thanh Hoa always welcomes investors to study, explore investment opportunities, and decide to invest in Thanh Hoa in the following fields: investment in industrial infrastructure, projects on energy, electricity, electronics, telecommunications technology, post-petrochemical projects in Nghi Sơn, production projects on supporting industries, high-grade steel, medical equipment and pharmaceuticals, ancillary industries of the garment industry, high-tech organic agricultural production associated with processing. The fact that hundreds of foreign and Vietnamese enterprises operating effectively in Thanh Hoa has demonstrated the potential highly competitive advantages and the right orientations and decisions of the province. This is gradually becoming a major economic center of Vietnam. Thanh Hoa has been converging all favorable factors to not only be an attractive destination, but also bring prosperity to investors. Thanh Hoa provincial government commits to always accompany investors before, during, and after investment.